Hi guys. So unless you've been living under a rock, you'd know that Donald Trump was rushed to hospital a few days ago after testing positive for coronavirus. He was pumped with all types of experimental drugs. And after a few hours, he recorded a message for his supporters. Well, now he has gone a step further and he has broken isolation. He's meant to be self-isolating, but he broke that. He left the hospital to drive down the street, or to be driven down the street, I should say, by his staff to meet his supporters. So let's hear what they have to say about this.
An extraordinary event has just taken place in the last few seconds. Donald Trump tweeted a couple of minutes ago thanking medical staff and thanking the great patriots, as he put it, who are gathered outside the hospital here with their flags, saying he was going to pay them a surprise. And sure enough, moments later, a big motorcade started driving up the road behind me, and it was Donald Trump surrounded by security and police. Police also turned up on the street here a few moments before. One officer told me he didn't even know why he had been told to stand to attention here to clear the road. And Donald Trump appeared in a long motorcade, driving very slowly, waving with the window down to his supporters.
Now, she said with the window down, waving to his supporters. Now, here we see in this image, the window is up and Trump is inside. Now, if the window's down, that's even worse. But what the hell is he doing? We've been told by medical experts that if you test positive, you need to self-isolate. You shouldn't get in a car and drive down the street. I know a particular advisor to Boris Johnson did that and got away with it. Maybe Donald Trump thinks he can do the same. This is reckless behavior. And of course, it's not because Trump cares about his supporters. He's afraid that they will abandon him. He needs their attention. So that's why he's doing this. Now, why is this reckless? Well, because first of all, he's breaking self-isolation. He's not self-isolating here. He's mixing with people. There are these people in this motorcade. There are at least 2 or 3 other people in this vehicle. He's infected. And these people are with him. What about all the other staff, the other vehicle drivers, and the security in those vehicles as well? This is madness. The idea that he's infected, he's positive, he tested positive, he's still sick, he's been treated, he's been given boosters probably in order to be able to do this. But this is not following the science. This is reckless behavior, and he's doing it because he's afraid he's going to lose his supporters because they're going to see him as weak and they're not going to turn up and vote for him. He cares more about winning the election than his own health. He cares more about winning the election than the health of his staff, and he cares more about winning the election than the health of his actual voters and supporters. It was good enough to do a press conference, by Skype or by Zoom or whatever. He could have done that, but he didn't want to do that. He wants to show himself as the strong man. I've been hit by this virus, but it's water of a duck's back. I'm not affected by it. I'm okay. Don't worry. I can still win this election. Now, the polls at the moment show a huge gap between Donald Trump and Joe Biden. And because Trump has gone into hospital, it has somewhat negatively affected his polling. You have to see the sort of contrast here between governments that tend to be left-wing and right-wing governments when it comes to dealing with the pandemic. For example, if we look at Scotland, the progressive government in Scotland, or if we look at New Zealand, where support for the government has increased. People actually see that the government is doing something good and they rally behind the government. In the United States, there's confusion because Donald Trump could have actually sailed to victory here if he actually took the virus seriously and dealt with it in the way he should have, and everyone knows the way he should have. If he actually said, okay, this is a threat to the country, many people will die, but if I can deal with it correctly, if I can show that I take it seriously, then I can actually come out on top. But he didn't want to do that. He wanted to ignore it. He wanted to brush it under the carpet. In the same way Boris Johnson has been doing in the UK. At the beginning, he ignored it, tried to brush it under the carpet, didn't want to reach out, for example, to the European Union for help to buy PPE or whatever. It was always, we don't follow the science, we follow the politicians. We try to understand, is this going to piss off too many members of my own cabinet or members of my own party if we do this? Instead of actually saying, let's look at the challenge in front of us and deal with it head on. But this, just back to this behavior by Donald Trump, he's putting, just in this image alone, you can see he's putting at least 2 people at risk here. I can't see if there's another person sitting beside him, but at least there are 2 people in front of him who are at risk of contracting the virus because he needed to do a photo shoot. This is quite similar to what happened a few weeks ago, about a month ago, I think it was, where they cleared people off the street because Donald Trump needed to appear in front of a church holding a Bible. Complete disregard for people's rights. Here, complete disregard for people's health. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot. I want to say a big thank you to all of my patrons. You ensure that this channel continues to exist. I'm eternally grateful for all of your support. If you join Patreon, you will receive instant access to our Discord server, where we have both audio and video chats. You can chat with me and other patrons, where we discuss important and non-important issues. Becoming a patron per month costs about the same as a large coffee, so why not check it out?